So one of the most valuable services that we offer is our 60,000 mile service. And that, what we recommend every 60,000 miles is to change all the fluids that you don't think about on your car. I think most people know that you're supposed to change your engine oil somewhere every 3,000, every 5,000, every 7,000, depending on your car, depending on how many miles you drive, depending on whether you're using regular or synthetic oil. But what about the coolant in the radiator? What about the brake fluid that goes into your brake hydraulic system? What about the power steering fluid that runs through your power steering system? What about the transmission fluid? What about the differential fluid? So these are all fluids that maybe you might not think about, but we're thinking about them. And we're trying to protect you from having those big, big expenses, the big breakdowns on your car that really make you think about, maybe I'm not going to keep my car again. So if we keep these fluids clean, all the fluids that I talked about, then we keep you from having to do an engine job because your coolant got all corroded and it ruined your head gasket. We keep you from having to do a transmission job because you didn't change your transmission fluid, or a power steering rack because your fluid got all yucky. So this 60,000 mile service really is what gets your car to 200,000 miles or more, because you serviced it and kept everything clean. So first, let's start with the coolant. So the coolant goes into your radiator, but that's not the only place that it is. The coolant is very important because it goes from your radiator through the hose into your engine. The water pump pumps it through your engine. So there's all these tiny little passages in your engine that have this coolant that cools your engine. And then it ends up going into the heater core through these hoses and then back out and recirculates back into your cooling system. So if you keep that what happens to coolant over time, if you don't change it, is it starts getting corrosion into it. It starts getting electrolysis going on, and it'll start breaking the metal down instead of doing just the opposite of what it should be doing, which is protecting the metal in your engine and keeping your engine cool. Change your coolant every 60,000